Hey everybody, welcome back to another Triple Hound video, and we've gotten some requests to make more characters from the Spider-Man No Way Home movie that was recently released. And in addition to that, we got a very specific request to make Flint Marko, the character who becomes the Sandman in the Spider-Man movies, played by Thomas Hayden Church. And like in human form, he actually would be almost impossible to make. He's just a guy who wears like a green striped shirt and brown pants. That's sort of the iconic Sandman look. But when he's entirely sand, he's sort of easier to make in that regard. And he spends most of Spider-Man No Way Home as like a sand person. We really only see him in human form once. So he's mostly a sand guy in that movie. Sorry for the spoiler if that was something you were kind of hanging a lot of hopes and dreams on, knowing the form that Sandman takes. But we decided to make like a fully sand guy who could be like a Sandman dude. And that's the character for this video, is Sandman Flint Marko. I'm sure you can tell how I made him, but I'm going to get into it anyways. So first of all, we used the Hunter skin. And maybe I'll talk about his preset first this time. I gave him the Hulk Smashers as a harvesting tool. And one of the things that's cool about Sandman is he can kind of make the sand form kind of any solid object he wants as a big like hammer or something on his arm. If there was a way to do that that was like brown, kind of like the sludge hammer, but brown, really would be kind of perfect for what we would want to do with that. Or the symbiote scythe or the symbiote slasher, you know, something that kind of extended off of his hand and turned into a weapon, but sand colored. Of course, these only can work with Venom characters, but something like that would be really perfect for what we would want to do to make him more of a Sandman. But without that, we can at least make him use his big, powerful fists. And yes, these are green and not sand-colored either, so I guess if you're going to allow a non-sand-colored pickaxe, this doesn't really work either. But he does have like a green shirt, so there is an element of green, at least, that goes with this character that I can kind of justify this pickaxe with. And he uses, you know, big fists to smash things when he's in his sand form, so I kind of like it. Custom Cruiser as a glider is basically just takes whatever you have selected as a banner and sticks it on the carapace of the glider. And so for that, I put a sand colored banner with a big Hulk fist on it again, which when put against a sand backdrop can be a Sandman fist instead. So Custom Cruiser using the big fist pound against a sand background. Getaway case for a contrail. Of course, he was a thief, petty criminal, if you will, before he turned into Sandman. So this is him, stealing money or something. The banner wrap just takes that sand fist banner and kind of splashes it all over, any weapon he might have. And then I wanted to use a Warrior Prepares because he actually is interacting with sand here. That's like pretty perfect for him. The Sandwalk as an emote is not, he's not in Dune. That was a Dune emote, which is, obviously he's got nothing to do with Dune, but I wanted to use that because it, had something to do with sand. I'll be seeing you. Job well done. Shadow Spar. Breaking Point. Another emote you could use if you wanted to is the Force Choke. The Kylo Ren dark side one here makes a ton of sense for him too. Sort of reaching out the way a sand person would reach. I don't know, I feel like we've seen him do something like this a million times in the movies and stuff. Making Sandman himself, you can really use any of the boundless customizable skins that are in male form, really. I guess you could use female form. He can sort of shape himself however he wants, but in order to stay relatively true to the character as he's seen on screen and comics and stuff, you want to use one of the male boundless customizable skins. Any of the suit patterns is probably fine, but I used suit pattern Victorious. Head style full mask. You want him to be entirely sand. Doesn't really matter about eye mask, but you want belt off. Primary material is cloth. You want it to be as matted and sort of grainy looking as possible, so that's what we went with. and the primary color is gold. It's the closest thing we can get to that brown sand color. Secondary material is also cloth. Secondary color is also gold. Again, you wanted to make it look like his entire body is one consistent substance. You don't really have any accessories. If you did, you'd want them to be gold too. Eye effects off. Eye color gold. Again, you want everything to be this brown sandy color. Skin tint and hair tint don't really matter. You don't see either of those things. And you really don't want a sticker. So that's our Flint Marko / Sandman, really as we see him in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. Although, of course, you can find him in entirely sand mode throughout the comic books and cartoons and every other medium that you could find Sandman in. Let's drop him into a little bit of competition to see him kind of running around the map and see how he looks moving around on the island, and then we'll call it a day. I think this briefcase was the right choice for a contrail. I really can see him using that in, you know, one of the Spider-Man movies, trying to make a getaway with money that he robbed or something. I don't mind the glider. I guess it's fine. It's kind of boring, but I guess it's fine. I do like the fists. I wish they were brown, I get it, but I do like the fists as a pickaxe. Okay, can you stop it? That was a little bit of gameplay action with our Sandman Flint Marko from, I guess you could say, from any place where you'd ever find Sandman in the Spider-Man comics or cartoons or anything, but specifically we're thinking about him in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, where he spends really most of the movie as a big sand guy. And this is him in full sand form. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and use code TripleHound in the Fortnite item shop or Epic Games Store, #ad, to support us. Yeah, that's it for today. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.